Hello everyone, Pallytime here, and welcome back to Baldur's Gate 3. We join our party inside of the Harper secret base, outside of Moonrise Towers, inside of its protective light, which still stands for now. Even though we've broken a few things in the ritual, it's still holding strong. A few episodes ago, we did an awesome prison break, and some of those prisoners made it back to this very inn. I thought it might be a good idea to talk to them to see if they have any more insight, because our task today seems like it's going to be a pretty big one.
Oh, I don't need anything else. Thanks.
What? Not the nicest way to greet a friend. Do you think I'm a bartender?
Friend is a strong word, don't you think? I'm a busy man. State your business.
Are you kidding me? Did you forget who I was? You're not going to thank me for saving your life?
Did I not already? How remiss of me. Here, that should cover your services.
Wait, that was it? Well, what are you going to do when you get out of here?
I have plans in Baldur's Gate. The work of many years' labor that will finally bear fruit. You should look for me once we're in the city. The name Wolverine Bongle will be mentioned.
Bongle.
I've little doubt.
Well, I really thought this was going to go very differently. Can you elaborate on what some of these plans might be?
That's Iron Hand gnome business.
You recall stories of the Iron Hand gnomes, a talented group of inventors who were banished from Baldur's Gate.
Banished, huh? Weren't they exiled?
Do not speak of a story you only know the half of. We are inventors of the highest order, matched, perhaps, but never surpassed by the Gondians at the High House of Wonders. But our forebears were foolish, complicit with Saravok's madness over a century past. And so, we were banished. We still are to this day.
Saravok, the ball spawn? That guy?
The very one. It's the only mistake the Iron Hand gnomes ever made.
The only one, huh?
Cost us everything. I have fought tooth and nail to restore our reputation, particularly against the Gondian detractors who live in glass houses. Our return to Baldur's Gate will usher in a new era for the Iron Hand gnomes. The realm deserves the benefit of our genius.
Well, hey, my dude, I'm not going to argue. Take care. I just wanted to check in with you. Hey, that was 458 gold. Nice. Yeah, I thought he was going to be able to give us some insight into maybe what's making the big bag evil guy immortal. That was not the case at all. Well, I'm going to make my way over to the Grand Mausoleum. I explored the entrance of this place when we were in the House of Healing for that episode, and I cut out some dialogue that you guys didn't see in that episode. It seems pretty important right now, though, so take a listen. Oh, shit! I just saw someone that was standing there. Yep.
Our hero thought but of treasure ahead, did not consider the peace of the dead. Through the dark he went creeping, and awoke what was sleeping. A new grave they dug, which he himself fed.
How long have you been standing around practicing that little recital?
Until it was perfect.
I appreciate
I've grown
that.
quite fond of you, you know, in my way. I thought it only fair to warn you about the dangers ahead.
If I go inside that place? Okay, I'll bite. What dangers?
Oh, we both know they are soon to be revealed. It would be pointless of me to try to bar you from entering. But I can set the scene, as it were. Prepare you for your role.
Fine, paint me a picture.
There is a stage down in the dark upon which a great drama has suspended itself in time. Its actors dwell there still, mired in the languor of their long, tired scenes. If you, however, through the dark, go creeping and awake what is sleeping, chances are many more graves than yours alone will soon be fed.
Why don't you paint me a more clear picture than that? I don't think I'm going to get this. Oh, favorable beginnings gives me a +3. We got a 9. Maybe he will tell us a little bit more.
Very well. There is a creature that lurks in silence and shadow. A creature who, like me, is very much of the infernal persuasion. Should it make its way out through the very doors you are about to brazenly swing open, you'll have unleashed a pestilence upon this realm. In truth, it is carnage incarnate. So if you meet the devil of which I speak, kill it. Consider no other course of action.
I believe this is the same demon we have been tasked to free by the demon that Will has a pact with. Crap. You're still only telling me half of the story. What do you really know? That's not even a hard roll. He like wants to tell me this stuff. We got a 19, needed a 10.
This creature and I go back a long way. I admit it would be in my best interest as well should it remain trapped in the dark. Or misplace its head, perhaps? I should not relish its reacquaintance. Let's leave it at that.
Fair enough.
You have it in you to author a thrilling finale if you heed this warning. Do not underestimate this opponent. At best, you will have the blink of an eye to strike. Strike first, strike true, defy the odds, for they are distinctly in its favor. That much I owe the bastard to concede. After all, if there is one rule I hold dear, it's that one must always give the devil his due.
And he just disappears again. So he's talking about this place here. Oh, that's the Thorm Mausoleum too. God, there must be a lot going on in that place. Now I guess it's time to see if we were right. Are we biting off more than we can chew here? I hope not. Okay, a few things I'm going to do before we get started. I'm just going to go ahead and give Zen dark vision. I do have one more short rest available. I chugged a bunch of potions to get ready for today. We were visited by our little goblin butler friend, and I'm very afraid to go to sleep again. Until we figure out how to kill this guy. Well, looks like there is an iron fence. No sleight of hand needed.
Zerel, Minthara, whoever you are, leave. I shall carry out General Form's will alone.
A herald of Balthazar. Balthazar was his assistant. We were in his room, and he had necromantic traps everywhere, it seemed like. So I'm not too surprised to see another talking head.
Not wanted, not needed. Leave.
So
This place is not for you.
can I
Go
attack him?
no farther.
God, it's a bright weapon. Can I just give it a little? No, it doesn't take damage. Okay. Is that really poison, or is that just a very green-looking area?
Bones everywhere. Someone's been engaging in dark rituals here.
Yeah, we had no clues that he would ever do that. Label me shocked. Temple map in the next room. Oh, it does look like there is a catacomb that has been opened.
Empty. Not ominous in the slightest.
I've been playing too much Remnant when I realized that my first instinct is to jump into the middle of that. Perception check, perception check, perception check.
It must have been disarmed.
It must have been disarmed? It still seems like there's a plate there. It's only a 10. I think we could do that with our eyes closed. 18 is what our final roll ended up being. So the vents should only be dangerous if a pressure plate sets them off. Here's another plate right here. We've gotten decently okay at spotting these. Every time we disarm one of these traps, we don't use that disarm kit unless we fail the roll. So because Zen is so proficient with sleight of hand... Ooh. Because we're so proficient, we've been using the same trap disarm kits for quite some time. I just noticed a button on the far wall as well. Man, it is so fun in this setting to, like, have a focus on trap disarming. Oh, God. It looks like I hit that one. And he did say perhaps they were already disarmed. What do you think the button does? Uh-oh. Grief? Perception successful.
Ketherick lost his daughter, but the bastard knows why you lost everything.
So do all of these light up then? Moonrise Towers?
Moonrise Towers. It makes the urge hiss within. It was part of your disgrace.
Was it?
But how?
I didn't know that. Oh, hello. New traps, gargoyle heads. We'll disarm those as well. And that's Ketherick right there in a self-portrait, it seems. I wonder if both of these are traps. Indeed, they are. I like to think that the moon lantern is giving me an advantage on spotting these in here. A little bit of extra oomph. Okay, well, that's in. That one just blinded me. Filled the area with smoke.
Ketherick, helming a Sharan army. He's hiding his own past, just as he's keeping pieces of yours.
So we know for sure that he knows about me? I don't think I realized that. Well, the candle doesn't get rid of the darkness. If I hit the button again, does this go away?
Ketherick, helming a Sharan army. He's
Was that just for a little
hiding
bit
his own
of, like,
past,
extra...
just as he's keeping pieces of yours.
Extra knowledge? What about over here in this room?
What is that symbol supposed to mean?
Religion failed. We're bringing in the squad. And Shadowheart's also going to cast guidance on herself before she reaches this room. She probably has the best chance of doing it. That's 2 more religion checks failed. And our cleric
Eye-catching insignia. Not sure what it means, though.
has no idea. Never seen that before. All right, Zen goes up to the desk up ahead. There is a body and a skull on the floor. A stained book. A small note is squeezed into the margins of the tome detailing necromantic rites. General Thorm's orders were clear. In order to find what lies beyond the mausoleum, one must walk in his own footsteps, deed by deed. From splendor to tragedy to infamy, as he put it. Deed by deed. So, splendor to tragedy to infamy, signed by Balthazar. That probably means tragedy would be the daughter. Infamy was his portrait at the front. I think I cracked the code.
Moonrise Towers. It makes the urge hiss within. It was part of your disgrace.
Oh yeah, when you get it wrong, they all blow up. So is it boom? I forgot the book already. Is it this one, then tragedy, and then moonrise? If not, it's moonrise, then tragedy, and then that one. It's one of the two. Pretty sure anyway. That was it. So the other way? Okay, so that was moonrise, grief, and then the general one here. Zen crouches down and begins to sneak into the next room.
That disc looks like it can move. But where does it lead?
Where does it leave, indeed? I call the entirety of the party over. Oh, look at the Shar statues here, too. This is going to be creepy. We use the gem. Where are we transported to? Oh, cutscene. The Gauntlet of Shar. Is that what this place is called? That area is totally broken down. Doesn't look like we can leave that way either.
It almost seems like... No.
Surely
Surely
it can't be. A temple to Lady Shar. What does she think? Does she recognize this place? I'm going to have everyone sneak. Not that there's been any enemies inside. And to be honest, there's probably only going to be one, right? It's probably Balthazar that's in here. So far, no traps, although there is a plaque in front of the door.
Offer your pain to Shar's embrace. Hear the night song.
You don't think that that injury on Shadowheart would be enough to open the door, right? Can you stand on the plaque? No, nothing like that. It wasn't a pressure plate. Bro, this is cool. So an umbral gem in the next room. That almost looks like the Underdark in that direction. Okay, Shadowheart's gonna walk in.
Shar's warriors must not be caught.
Oh god, that scared me!
Only loss awaits the unworthy.
Oh, I jumped so hard!
That voice. Is that Lady Shar?
It might be. So why do you think you were thrown away from that? Ah, oh, shit. Okay. Everybody enters the room. We'll break off Zin again and try to poke around. I mean, this is clearly Shadowheart's domain. Or it should be, anyway. That is her god. Wait a minute. Is it the light? Did the light make the force field go away? I mean, I still got booped back. Okay, we're starting to perceive a few more traps. I'm going to disarm these. For whatever reason, I can only disarm one. Oh, it looks like the area you click on is pretty small there. So 3 different paths ahead of us. I'm sure the answer's in here somewhere. I'm just going to make it safe for us to move around first. Well, there's even more pressure plates in here, leading to more sarcophagus. And they have the image of Shar laid on top of them. So these are probably very important people that have passed away. We see the same kind of thing on the eastern side, but this catacomb is already looted. Hello, we got a lever? How many levers are there? This area has a trap too. There's a lever in here as well. Does the western side have... I haven't looted any of the bodies yet. I feel like that's a bad idea. I'm also very hesitantly going to walk over here and see what's going on through this open door. There is another door that we can open, but I haven't touched it yet. And it looks like I'm going to have to pick that lock. Nothing. What's the plaque saying here?
The rain of night comes in 1,000 falling leaves.
Okay, the tomb has a health potion inside. And lights we can light up. What's going on with this bulky door over here? And while we're doing that, I do see a lever on this side too. This is a 15 to open. That's a hard lock. Ooh. Where does this lead? A moonlit tomb again. I'm very sketched out because I can't see that far in front of me. No traps here at least. Sarcophagus with 55 in it. Some toadstool. Maybe this lack matters. Maybe this is a jump. Hold on. Path interrupted. Try again, Zen. Too high. Oh, this looks promising though. Where's this lead? This literally looks like it's going back into the Underdark. Don't you dare tell me that you can reach this place from the Underdark the whole time. Are you kidding me? You can reach Act 2? Like, wait, where are we? We don't know where we are yet. This might just be a closed off area. There is a chest over here on the side, which is really calling to me. Very careful, though, Zen.
I smell a trap.
What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? What is that? That looks like a fucking nightmare. It's a cloaker. Oh, and it's literally setting up an ambush. Okay, what if I ignore him for the time being? Cloaker. My God, I wonder how difficult that perception check was if we rolled for it and it worked. And that's a level 8. God, could you imagine walking into a level 8 while you're like level 4 down in the Underdark just poking around? This is a big door. 14 to open. We do. Where am I? Another very large lever on the far side. Some rats? All at an altar to Shar? Double doors. God, I'm so curious where this is. Lever opens. I am seeing some stuff on the other side. I'm going to turn off. This place is way bigger than I thought. You know what? I bet we bypassed something. I bet there's another way down here. Well, might as well look around. This place is huge. There's a rat there looking at me. Is that okay? Is that okay that... Oh, waypoint, ancient sigil. Someone's watching the stairs here. Okay, we can't go too much further. That's undead actually patrolling. Can we get... That's the other side of the door. So we officially made it around... Wow, this place is incredible. We officially made it around to the other side of the door without solving the puzzle for it. So what if I move Will closer to the puzzle to disable the barrier, and then try to click on it with Shadowheart? Same thing. All right, what if I pull all the levers? Starting with the west side. That lowered a light. Okay. Next one did the same thing. That's a good sign. I've noticed this one is lowered. This one is not. Oh, got too close. And I assume that the two over here by me... Walk around. What are you doing? I assume the two over on the east side will also lower the lights on the eastern side. Oh, that one was also lowered. Well, I believe that did it. And then if we click on the umbral gem now... Okay. Well, that was my entire plan. Wait, it's just locked? Can I just walk up to it and unlock it on Zen? Is that a thing I can do? What if I cast Mage Hand and then try with Mage Hand? No, not you, Will. Just the Mage Hand. Mage Hand can't touch it. Can slap it. Can't interact with it. They're still not happy about that. Oh, what if I turn all of the lights off? Ooh.
Maybe another time, yeah?
Yeah, maybe another time. Maybe you guys shouldn't talk to each other right now. I mean, it makes sense if Shar can protect Shadowheart from darkness. It makes sense that maybe the shrine needs to be, like, not illuminated. This was only step one of the puzzle. And... Oh, it's okay. Come on. Well, yeah, that wasn't it. Oh, maybe Will is too close now. Maybe that's the problem. Let me move Will way back. You can totally get away from those lights. Can I turn these off too? It does look like we can see more now. Like, legitimately. Oh, is it an invisible barrier? It's like a path? Hold on. So Shadowheart moves there. Not pushed away. If we move here, not pushed away.
Welcome.
Oh, I loved that.
And prove your worth.
I loved that. So this door should just open for us now. And on the other side of this door, if you could reach it, why can't you reach it? And on the other side of this door, we should see some familiar undead. Need to be very careful with in here.
More time.
At the end of that doorway. Oh, they're hidden. They're literally hidden. Have the team more or less in position. Zen is over here on the right, while the rest of the team is on the stairs in the center of the room. They're all kind of looking towards Zen right now. I think he can knock this fight out, which is kind of why I'm being hesitant to move up. I think I could do this all in one very quick turn-based move if this guy turns around. We could try to force that with an illusion over here. Let's try. We're still stealthed. There's the illusion. They're coming to check it. turn-based mode is active.
Don't waste a step.
There were a lot more zombies than we knew about. I guess they're just skeletons at this point. Well, I'm kind of glad I did that. It brought some of them out for us to see. Zen's going to open up with a sneak attack of his very own. He should have gone invisible for that. Instead, he's going to move up and flurry of blows. It's the last one I can do today. And now I'm just in combat with the guy in front of me, who I'm then going to sneak attack again. And that's 3 down. Zen immediately moves over to this corner and tries to sneak with a bonus action. It worked. Now we're going to stealth attack the Justicar. This guy's a little bit stronger. What the fuck do you think an umbral tremor is? I should probably hit that. I didn't. I'm going to try to sneak attack again. Oh, God, it won't work. It won't work. 34 damage! The rest of everybody gets together and just walks back a little bit. We're going to have them sneak because I have a feeling a lot of enemies are about to move. Zen is going to kind of scurry through the middle of the room towards the other side. We'll see what happens. If these tremors do anything weird, we'll be notified of it very quickly, but we're effectively invisible right now. So we're seeing a dash come out. Is he going to search for a presence? He's going to the last known location of Zen. I don't know if he'll be able to get there. If they all face that direction, that would be really good. He is searching for a presence right now. Oh! Huh. You think that's intended? Well, while they're figuring that out, we can move our party up to be a little bit closer here. I imagine we're going to be pulled in right away. Let me split my party. Okay, that's only Shadowheart. And it is her turn. It is Shadowheart's turn. So she's going to move over here. And shit, we don't have turn undead. She is going to cast Mirror Image, level 2. And try to hold right here. And I think that's all she can do. Meanwhile, Will is still trying to enter this fight somewhat cautiously. I don't think that's going to work, though. So we're going to move to the top of the stairs. And I'm just going to double Eldritch Blast that Umbral Trimmer. Because that seems to be resurrecting them, which I'm not the biggest fan of. Now that that's cleared, we're going to click on Karlach. And try to have her enter this fight somewhat stealthy, too. I don't think it's going to work yet again. But if I can get her to... You know what? Let's just do this. I'm going to have her just enter the fight and try to leap towards the hammer over here. Perfect. Or excuse me, the tremor over here. With one swing, it's taken down. And then I guess I'll just stand next to this guy. We'll get one more swing out. Just kind of hang out next to him. Zen is still in play. He does have a turn. We could... I'm just going to attack the Umbral Trimmer. That killed it, which gave me stealth again. And I assume these guys won't be able to just wake up from... they won't be able to get resurrected again if there's no Trimmer to resurrect them. I'm assuming that's what was doing it. That's going to conclude all of my turns. We see an attack of opportunity by Karlach hitting for 23 damage. The dash running up towards Will. Can they attack as well? If they can, they didn't. We're seeing attacks go out on Zen, who should have been invisible. But to their credit, I do have a moon lantern in my hand, so maybe they were just seeing that. We take 2 more damage as more attacks continue to swing through. Karlach up on the high ground, dodging 2 crossbow attacks. We see Shadowheart start to lose clones as more attacks just start to whiz her direction. Karlach's going to jump towards Zen over here, even if she takes an attack of opportunity. I think it's worth. Now that she is here, she's going to do a quick swing on the Justicar Avenger. Beautiful damage. Because she's here, Zen can now sneak attack, so he's going to go in for that now as well. Boom, big hit, perfect. With the remainder of our action, I'm going to move back here and do an unarmed strike to hit this guy pretty hard. Will's not in the best spot that I've ever seen. If we move away, he will take attack of opportunity. One thing I could try to do, oh god, it would be my last cast. I was thinking I could magic missile and then try to fly over to my friends. I don't even think that's doable. And what a horrible disadvantage there because they're so close. Shadowheart's going to move up and just get a swing off on one of these guys. Unfortunately, it does not connect. They are pretty light, so a push does free up a little bit of room for Will, and Will's kind of strong. He's going to move to the top of the stairs and try to push as well. Nice. And that does open me up to be able to move into the room a little bit. Also opens me up to take a kind of commanding step above these guys and fire off 2 Eldritch Blasts, pushing them further down the stairs. We're then going to have Shadowheart move in for that attack of opportunity with that legendary mace of hers. If these guys move, good. They went for a swing on Shadowheart. That's going to get rid of the last of the mirror images. But she didn't take that much damage. That's totally doable. And as these guys miss, I don't know if you caught that, they are being smitten with some radiant damage. I shouldn't say smitten. They're just being hit with some radiant damage. Smiting is a thing in D&D. Well, Zen continues to dodge. More of the Justiciars are moving around. You know what? We've heard some lore about Shar Justiciars, haven't we? We've seen them... Oh, did we see them in the Underdark or something? Something about the Underdark. They were tied to that. Karlach's going to move up with a swing of the Great Axe. Hey, that was a lot of damage. That was a lot of damage. Trying to think about how I might be able to finish this off efficiently. We can sneak attack here. That's a kill. We move up. We punch. Boom. Nice attack, and then Karlach moves in with that axe to follow up. There we go, 2 targets taken down. We're going to move Karlach towards the crossbowmen further in the room, and Zen is probably done with this turn, but he's going to start inching towards Shadowheart and Will just to help out. Will is once again going to fire off the Eldritch Blast at the 2 Justiciars holding the staircase. Both of them connecting and sending them further into the next room. Shadowheart's going to move forward with another melee swing, hitting 1 for 8, and she's going to hold her ground from there. Pretty easy turns now. We got ahead of the swarm of enemies pretty quickly once we figured out the tumors, I feel like, tremors, whatever they were called. Lots of attacks coming for Shadowheart now, though. She dodged most of them, has taken a little bit of damage. Disadvantage on those ranged attacks as Karlach is standing there. We're going to fire off a sneak attack onto the Justiciar next to Karlach. And then Zen's going to spend the rest of his turn moving down towards Shadowheart. Karlach's going to take that big swing, 75% chance to hit. It does, 1 HP remaining. And there we go, target taken down. Karlach moving now into the center of the room to back up Will, who is going to fire off an Eldritch Blast of his own. Disadvantage now for some reason. Still connects anyway, it doesn't matter. And with only 1 of the Justiciars remaining, Shadowheart moves in with a swift hit of 7 damage. Well, this place is even more expansive than I could have ever thought. A massive area with a platform heading down that way. We've seen the imagery from this statue several times on loading screens, and I had no context for who it was. Knowing that it is the god that Shadowheart follows is definitely making this more interesting. We're going to fully explore this place, or at least take another big chunk out of it in the next episode. Thank you guys so much for being here. I hope you enjoyed. I'm not going to forget about that cloaker either, that level 8 guy protecting that treasure. We're going to get our hands on that too next time.